All right. Hello, everybody. Happy August. Super happy to see so many beautiful faces this evening. If you're joining us from another group, we welcome you to the Scented Sunflower Superstars Zoom. We do a Zoom call every single month and a monthly meetup. And this Zoom is a big one. We have lots and lots of things to go over. And I have tons and tons of notes. So I am not prepared to screen share tonight, so I'm just going to be showing you guys things from here. And then if you need any of the images or anything, then we can make sure and get that. So the way that we normally start out our Zoom meetings is with some housekeeping. So as I stated, this is going to be a lengthy call. Typically, we have our calls for about an hour. I'm going to guess this is going to be about an hour and a half because I'm telling you there is a lot of ground to cover. So some housekeeping things. September meetup for our sunflowers. The date is still to be determined. I mean, you're lucky that I'm here on this call, honestly, because it's been a wild ride with school starting and everything, but we will try and get a date and whatever we're gonna do um scheduled as soon as we can. I'm currently settling into soccer and all the things. Our annual pool party was so much fun. So for everybody who was able to join us, thank you so much. I had a phenomenal time. I absolutely love my time with you guys, and that is probably one of my favorite events that we do every single year. So I hope that you guys loved it as much as we did, and we might even shake it up a little bit next year. So I'm kind of excited. Um, what else was I going to say? Brain fart. Ingrid, see, this is what happens. This is what we were talking about the other day. How the words just kind of go somewhere else. Please continue to be patient with your leaders. We all have busy schedules, and that's not just leaders, everybody. We all have busy schedules. We all have family life. We're all doing the best we can. I want to thank all of my sunflowers who have been stepping up and sharing and commenting and doing all the things on the page. It really helps me, it helps us, and as I always say, we're better together. So we're going to do a super, super quick SFR recap. And then I will encourage you, if you want more details on SFR recap, there are some really awesome Zoom calls that have been done on Spark sessions and recordings, like on the Scented Skills Studio. I encourage you to go, pardon me, I encourage you to go watch those as well because it's highly possible that I missed some recap information. Um, but it was so fun. We missed those of you who couldn't join us in person, but I know that you guys had an amazing time together virtually. And that makes me really happy. And did my virtual people, did you guys get all of your stuff yet? Did you get your virtual kit stuff if you got a kit?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Um, so SFR was very small, is quaint. It was very impactful. I enjoyed pretty much everything. I don't think that there's ever anything that I don't love about SFR personally, but I really loved all the time that we got at home office. Home office is so much fun. If you've never been there, I encourage you to put it on your bucket list because it truly is something special. Um, and the tour that they gave us, so for those of us who have been to boot camp, it was like this amazing combination of what we got at boot camp, but also things that I've never seen before. And I've been on several tours at home office before. And so it was like this perfect combination. And then we got to have baked potatoes, and they had recognition at home office. And we got ice cream baked potatoes, which, if you have never had an ice cream baked potato, yes, Ingrid, I was thinking of you. If you've never had an ice cream baked potato, just go to Idaho because it's not an actual baked potato, but it's a baked potato made out of ice cream, and it's so freaking good. And the diner that it's like the West Side Drive-In, I think is what it's called. Um, all of their other ice cream is exceptional as well. So lots of announcements happen at SFR. We are going to do just a really quick recap of some of, I think, the biggest things that have happened at SFR. Um, but like I said, if you want further information, go to the Scented Skills Studio Facebook page or Scented Skills Studio in the workstation. There's tons of recordings. There's been tons of Zooms. I know Thursday Night Shift did a Zoom. So there's lots more information there. So if you want all the things, then take some time and watch those for sure. TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop was probably one of the biggest things. I will say I was very surprised by that, but I was exceptionally surprised about that. And Ingrid, as always, thank you so much for keeping up the notes in the chat. I do appreciate that. So TikTok Shop. Scentsy creators approved to sell on Scentsy's TikTok Shop, different than going live and selling products. So we are still allowed to go live, share products, do all of the things, but they are going to be having a Scentsy specific TikTok shop to where we can share products and people can buy products from TikTok Shop. Scentsy will be partnering with TikTok Shop for consultants to become creators. There is no exact date on the day that it's gonna go live. They keep saying September 1, but then I've also heard September. So they haven't given us a full on like live date yet, but it's supposed to be sometime in September. To apply to be a creator, you must have first joined Discord, and all Scentsy consultants across the board did receive an email to be invited to do to apply on Discord for Scentsy, and that's basically just a communication setting that they could monitor people and filter people who are consultants and who are not consultants. The deadline to do that was August 14th. And that just means that you can't, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that you can't still do it. Now you just have to go through an additional process. And what that means is, from my understanding, is the Discord app was like the filtering process, and we only have to apply through there, which is through Scentsy. If you didn't do the Discord by August 14th, then you have to just do an additional approval process through TikTok themselves. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, but I'm sure that we'll get communication from home office when we know what that looks like. After August 14th, like I said, you can still get started. To be approved, you have to have a minimum of 1,000 followers. And I believe that's a TikTok rule regardless across the board. I don't think that's a Scentsy rule. So what I would encourage you to do is, if you want to be a TikTok creator and sell on TikTok Scentsy shop, then continue to try and increase your followers, get to that 1,000 mark. I mean, honestly, I've been doing a lot of research with ChatGPT and just kind of asking, like, what should I post today? What are some things that are going to get me some views or some followers? And it's really been helping. And then the For You page, I'm just going to tell you guys, like, I was so anti TikTok just until about a year ago. And that was just because I didn't want to doom scroll. It was more for my sanity than anything. And now I'm kicking myself that I didn't do it sooner, because now I'm trying really, really hard to get the followers, but it's coming quicker than I thought it would. So I'm excited for this opportunity. I'm excited for the brand awareness. We are going to earn PRV and GWV and all the things from the sales of TikTok Shop, but that is going to go through a process. And it's not going to be an immediate process. From what I understand, for the very first month after it goes live, and maybe even moving forward, it's going to take at least 2 months for us to see any of the commissions or the GWV or anything like that. For that to hit, more of that information will be rolling out soon, I'm sure. As far as I'm aware, Scentsy will be sending out approval emails when they're ready to go. If you already signed up from Discord, you should have gotten an email that said you were approved, which just means you went through their process. And then I don't know what the rest of the processes are going to look like. Also, if you know or follow TikTok creators on TikTok already who are already doing influencer stuff or whatever. That may not be the right word, but if they're interested in selling our product without being a consultant, they can do that. There is a way that they can sell through Scentsy on TikTok Shop and not be a Scentsy consultant. The way that I understand it from SFR is they will be invited to be a consultant if they want to earn more commissions. They have not said what kind of commission structure they're going to be getting as a TikTok Shop creator as a non-Scentsy consultant, but really, I don't know that that matters. Um, so if you know people who are like big on TikTok and maybe you've offered for them to join and they're not interested in joining Scentsy, but they do want to be a creator on TikTok, they can still do that and as long as they have your information, it can be linked to you as the consultant who connected them. So I don't know all the details on that. I don't know how to answer the questions on that. That's just kind of like the information that I've gathered from some of the calls that I've been on. Um, but like there's back end logistics and stuff like that. Um, let's see. Any questions that I probably cannot answer regarding that? No? Okay. Let's see what else. I'm just checking my notes to see. So, like I said, when we sell on TikTok, we'll earn an associated PRV. Oh, something else that I heard that was said. It's supposed to mirror what they're doing on Amazon, which means um it's not going to be any kind of like LTOs or anything like that. And like on Amazon, they're selling only bundle pricing and it's pricing that builds in the price of shipping. So, for example, a fragrance flower is like $28.99 on Amazon, I believe. They are going to continue to offer the same threshold of pricing. Hey, Jen, the same threshold of pricing on TikTok Shop, from what I understand. So basically, what Orville and Heidi said was people will not be shopping from TikTok Shop to get a better deal than what they can get through a consultant. That nobody is ever going to be able to get a better deal than through a consultant. Meaning the buy 5 get the 6 one free, meaning the buy 3 save 10%. It's going to be like all the pricing is going to have shipping and stuff included, which is awesome. So this is just more about brand awareness, bringing people in, letting them hear more about Scentsy, learn more about Scentsy, and then hopefully they'll come find us as consultants, and then we can build those relationships. Okay. Next up, Amazon was another announcement. So the way that I understand it is Amazon and TikTok go hand in hand. Not only are we trying to kick off unauthorized sellers on Amazon, which the way I understand it, there's about 85 or so unauthorized sellers. But all major brands are on Amazon as well. If you look, there's other brands on there. I'm not even going to spout out any other brands, but if you look, like a whole bunch of directs. I think we're probably one of the last Mohicans, honestly, that are not on Amazon. So again, it's about brand awareness. They also stated, just like I said about TikTok, no best-selling products. The only best-selling product that they are putting on Amazon is the Amazon Rain fragrance flower, because there is an unauthorized seller on Amazon that sells hundreds and hundreds of that particular fragrance flower every single month. And so in order to be able to outsell that particular unauthorized user, they had to offer that product on the platform in order to basically kick them off. So right now they're going through all the processes and the motions and stuff with the Amazon people to get all of the people unauthorized to be selling Scentsy brands off so that Scentsy can be the only brand on there, and that's through corporate. Consultants are still not allowed to sell on there, just to be clear. It's Scentsy corporate. And Amazon, which I didn't know this was new, something new to me. Amazon is the shipping fulfillment for TikTok, which is why TikTok orders, for the most part, arrive very quickly. If you shop on TikTok, you know that. I'm new to shopping on TikTok. I haven't bought that many things, but um, that's the fulfillment process. So it kind of went like hand in hand together. Um, do 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 do. Like I said, rules have not changed as far as third-party sites to sell on. So just because Scentsy is on TikTok, please do not take that as you can sell on TikTok. I mean, not TikTok, Amazon. That is not the case. Also, still not Mercari, OfferUp, eBay, anywhere where there's a buy now, for the exception of now TikTok, and you have to be an authorized creator to do so. TikTok is cheaper than Amazon, coming from someone who spends a lot on TikTok. Yeah, I know YouTube buy a lot of things on TikTok. So, um, yeah, it's good to have some back end information, right? Okay, any questions on those two super huge announcements?
I
No?
just have to
If,
agree one thing.
yeah.
Sorry, mention one thing is that FYI, the stuff at Amazon will be priced higher than what we get it or what we sell it. So this is
Hmm.
something also nice to tell your customers. Say, hey, yeah, you can look, but if you buy with me, it'll be cheaper. Uh,
Hmm.
I think they are included the price of shipping on some of
Yes.
the items as well. So it's better, it'll always be better when they buy with us.
Yes, which is what I had said about TikTok, which goes hand in hand together. It's the same. So that's a really good point to bring up to your customers. Like, hey, you can browse all day, but if you don't want to pay that $10 shipping fee, you have to reach out to me. And they did that on purpose. So basically, the notion goes, nobody can get items on TikTok or Amazon cheaper than what they can get through a consultant, and they did that on purpose. Sure, people, the reality of it is some people don't want to connect with a Scentsy consultant, and we have to be okay with that. But if we want to continue brand awareness, we have to get on the places that everybody is, which is Amazon and TikTok, right? So I'm super excited about this moving forward. I'm hoping that we see a lot of positivity from the brand awareness, because we need to be where the people are, right? Um, okay, moving on. Title name changes. Okay, now I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have them all memorized. It's going to take me a hot minute, just like the Air products, which I still don't have memorized, with the title changes. So that's why we have awesome charts, and all of our titles will be changing on the workstation, as far as I understand it, come September 1st. But these are going to be the name changes, okay? Previous title, Essential Consultant, new title, Partner. Previous title, Certified, new title, Certified Partner. Previous title, Lead, new title, Coach. Previous title Star, new title Senior Coach. Previous title Superstar Consultant, new title Associate Mentor. Previous title Director, new title Mentor. Previous title Star Director, new title Senior Mentor, and then the rest cut off. Previous title Superstar Director, and new title Executive Mentor. So it's going to take me a little bit to get used to those. I do like them, but I don't know if I love them. So it's going to take a little bit, but that's okay, because change is hard. But change is also necessary. And so Scentsy had explained to us the reason for the change is because it goes along with the glow up. You know, we had the brand changes, we had the product changes, we had the color changes, we had all of the things. And so now it was time to kind of like make our titles a little more grown up. And I mean, they can explain it better than I can, but it's basically like nobody understands what a star consultant is or a superstar consultant is, but people may or may not take us more seriously in like an executive setting if we have more professional titles is basically what it is. So it's just going to take some time to get used to those. I don't know if my notes are in order. Does anybody have any questions about that before we move to the next? No. Okay. Sorry, I'm just going through my notes here. I told you guys I had a lot of notes. All right, next up, what everybody has been waiting for. The incentive trip. Okay. So, since the incentive trip for 2027, the announcement was made. It's the Iceland Fjords, which is a 7-day cruise out of the Netherlands, or a top tier trip to Africa. You guys know I've been dying to go back to Africa. Gen 2. That makes my heart beat real fast because this one is going to be tricky, but I'm going to work for it. So we're going to go over, they have completely changed the whole entire platform of how we earn an incentive trip. We're used to points. It is not points anymore. It's stars. We're just, since he likes to do lots of new things lately. So I printed this. This is, I know you probably can't see because of my ring light. This is actually on the workstation. It's not under the incentives tab, but if you look at the news article that they posted, you can find this tracker there. Yes. And there's tons of other trackers that other people have created. This is pretty straightforward, so this is just what I'm using for reference tonight. There's some other things that people have shared. I'm somebody who needs to know where my stars are coming from, so I need like pen and paper and all those things. But this is just really straightforward and basic. So there's 3 levels, and then there's the top tier level. Gotta move to my notes. Level 1 for the incentive trip is a trip for one, your flight is not included. Level 2 is a trip for one with your flight paid for. So 100% paid for. Level 3 is a trip for 2 with both flights paid for. And then top tier is Africa. They have not said how many top tier spots there will be. Usually it's top 50, top 75, top 100, top 50. They are not disclosing that this time. It is a big old secret. I don't love that. But again, they're going to do new things. So let's talk about stars and how you earn them. Stars needed for level 1 is 15 stars. Stars needed for level 2 is 17 stars. Stars needed for level 3, which is 100% everything paid for. You get on the cruise, your flight is paid for, you get the per diem, you get all the things, is 26 stars. So how do you earn the stars? They've made it super simple this time. There's 5 different ways to earn stars. Number 1 is personal sales. You get 1 star for each month you achieve 2,500 PRV. Now, I did have a question earlier today, and I want to clarify this for if this may still be confusing. Yes, Scentsy has given the 5% bonus back, the monthly sales bonus, at 2,000 PRV. So if you are achieving 2,000 PRV, you are earning the 5% sales bonus. It previously was 2,500, now it's 2,000. But the reason why they did 2,500 PRV to earn a star is because they want us to reach higher. The purpose of this whole incentive is they don't want to reward us for what we're already doing. They want to encourage us to do more and push ourselves to the limit. So that's the first way. You get 1 star for each month you achieve 2,500 PRV. So if you're a strong PRV person and you're already earning PRV every single month and it's 2,500, you can already you can front load 6 stars. Sponsoring promotions is the second way. 1 star for each personally sponsored frontline who goes active, and active is now 200 PRV, in case anybody didn't know that. It's not 250 anymore, it's 200. Who goes active during the incentive period, so August 1st through January 31st. July July recruits count. However, they don't count if they already went active in July. So they could join in July, but if they were active in July, they won't count. They have to be active for the first time in August. Does that make sense? So July recruits will count, but they only count if they weren't active in July. Okay. So that has to be new personally sponsored recruits August 1st through January 31st. Okay. Excuse me. The third way, 1 star for each frontline promotion. So what that means is you have teammates, you're onboarding people, you're helping them get active. Okay, so you already get a star for helping them get active. Then when they promote to certified, they get a star and you get a star because you're helping them and they're helping themselves. And then let's say this person is like jumping out of the gate and they're doing all the things and they're sponsoring and they're holding parties and they're just like blowing it out of the water, right? And they sponsor their first person and they promote to lead. They get a star for promoting to lead, and you get a star as their sponsor for helping them get there. And that does not stop just at lead. In previous incentive periods, they have only offered it for lead and star, or really even only lead, like certified in lead. This goes all the way up the chain. So if somebody promotes to superstar consultant, no, I'm not using the new titles, I'm sorry. If somebody promotes to superstar consultant or star director or whatever, then they are going to they're gonna earn a star and you're gonna earn a star. Clear or clear as mud? Good. Okay. Um, and then 1 star for each personal promotion to a new title. So let's just say for S's and G's, you're a certified consultant right now, okay? And you're like Courtney Bird, who is kicking ass and taking names right now, and you are sponsoring people all day long, and then they're sponsoring people, and they're selling the crap out of Scentsy, and you're right now on track to become a superstar consultant when at the beginning of the month you were a certified consultant. So she's going to get a star for each promotion: lead, star, superstar, and I'm just going to call it, she's going to be a director. Like, so she's getting stars for helping those people get active, helping those people get certified, and then her new recruit is definitely going to promote to lead, so she's going to get a star for that. And it just goes on and on and on. So what Scentsy wants us doing is they want us to grab hands with others and take them with us, right? Because we only do better when we help everybody else do better. So for each personal promotion to a new title, you get a star. Now my understanding is, and Jen or Carly or any of the other leaders that are on here, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I understand it is if you have lost your director title and you re-promote to director, you can get a star for that. Even though technically before that wouldn't be the case. Now it's not DQ, but if you went back down to superstar consultant, which that's not even going to be a thing anymore after September 1st, and re-promote to director, then you can earn a star for that re-promotion.
I actually don't know because that was one of my questions for me. Sorry.
Oh, no,
He's
that's
like,
okay. So the only reason I say that's the case is because I actually have notes. I listened to the Spark session that Chuck did, and he did specifically say, re-promotion to director will count. Not if you're holding DQ, but if you have dropped down to SSC and you re-promote to director, you're supposed to get a star because that they're considering that a personal promotion. Also, for anybody who has lost their title I'm gonna put this out there as well. August is the month to re-promote and gain your director title back because this is the only
Abajo.
this is the only title that oh, I lost my train of thought. Hold on. It's bouncing around the room. Give me a second.
They're probably talking about how if they sponsor, I keep waking them up. When they sponsor, then they get paid at title or can
Oh.
re-promote. Is that what it is?
No, but I'm getting to that next. I remember what I was going to say. When you started talking, it came back to me. This is the only title, or when you re-promote to director in August, that's the best time to do it because come September 1st, director qualifications based on the compensation plan have to be met for 2 months in a row. So starting September 1st, in order to officially promote to director or mentor, which is the new title, you have to meet compensation plan qualifications 2 months in a row. In August, that's not effective yet. So it's doable, especially in September and October. But if you're really trying to regain your title, then you don't have to go through that and try and meet those requirements 2 months in a row. If you do it in August, if you do it in September, you have to meet requirements and director / mentor requirements, just so people know, is 3 active frontline consultants, 500 personal PRV, 10,000 GWV, and 2,000 TWV, I believe. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. I have notes somewhere. But I believe, oh yes, that all correct. So in case you guys have any questions about that, just let me know. But I thought that was interesting that they were interesting and awesome as a caveat that they are giving stars for re-promotions. Number 5, we're still on, we kind of went off topic a little bit. I'm sorry. Number 5 ways to earn stars is a monthly focus. So every single month, Scentsy will be offering a monthly focus in order for us to earn extra stars. August's monthly focus is to sell 5 whiff boxes, not in Scentsy Club. So if you have customers who are getting club or are getting whiff boxes in your Scentsy Club every single month, unfortunately those don't count. But guess what? It adds to your PRV that you're trying to get a star for. New club orders with whiff boxes, unfortunately, do not count. But also, that's good because then you're getting a club subscriber and you're adding to your PRV, working for that 2,500 PRV star. They have to be outside of club. We do not know what the other monthly focuses are going to be, and my understanding is we probably will not know super far ahead of time. Like they're not going to tell us what the next 6 months are. They're probably going to tell us on the end of the month lives, depending on what day of the week those fall on and when they plan on doing those. That's what I understand is they're probably going to be announcing those at the end of every single month. Excuse me. Also, from what I understand, is because this incentive is heavily focused on sponsoring, because let's just call it what it is. It really is. Per Chuck, he said more than likely, none of the monthly focuses are going to be surrounded by sponsoring. So rest assured that if you're already stressed out about sponsoring, that more than likely the monthly focus is not going to be about sponsoring. More than likely, it will probably be surrounded by some sort of sales. Don't know what that means. Don't know. We don't know. And no, I don't have any inside information because that would not be fair. Although I would love to have the inside information, I don't, because I've had several people reach out to me and say, "What do you know?" And I say nothing. I'm not that special. I don't know anything. So, the monthly focus for the next 2 weeks is August whiff boxes, sell 5 outside of club. Okay. The 6th way that you could have earned a star is if you earned the For the Love of Warmer challenge, which was March through July, you earned 1 star. So if you earned the For the Love of Warmer, you already started the incentive period with a star. There's a note here. Stars related to promotions can also be earned through reinstated and rolled up frontline consultants who promote to a new title for the first time during the qualification period after they have rolled up to you. So what that means is if you have somebody who canceled and somebody rolled up to you and now you're their frontline consultant, and they promote to lead for the first time, you get a star and they get a star. So it has to be their first time promotions. Essential consultant, certified consultant, all of those things. And if you ever have any questions about any of that, then reach out to customer service because they're going to be the ones who are getting the answers from the people who are making the decisions. I may not always have the answer. I'll try and find you the answer, but and this is specifically from the FAQ, reinstated and rolled up frontline consultants who promote to a new title do count during the qualification period. Okay, any questions on that? Or anything that anybody wants to add? No. Okay.
Wait. I can post in our group at least the like scenarios for how to earn.
That's funny because that's what I printed out, and I was going to talk about this very briefly, and we'll get this posted in the team page as well. So Sarah Speechley, the wonderful Sarah Speechley, she is the one who created this the day that they went ahead and announced this. There is several different scenarios in which you can earn this. She has a sales focused scenario, she has a sponsoring focused scenario, and then she has a sales and sponsoring focused. She's also got a level 2 focus and a level 3 focus. So I'll share the sales focus and the sponsoring focus. Jen, have you shared this in your team page? I think you might have. No, have you seen this?
I don't know. I don't think I've seen it yet.
Okay, well, I'll make sure and share it in our group chat. And Jess,
Okay.
same with you. I'll text this to you so you guys can share this out to your groups. Okay. So scenario number 1, sales focused. 2,500 PRV times 6 months equals 6 stars. Monthly incentive earned for all 6 months is 6 stars. 2 new recruits and you help them get active, that's 2 stars. For the Love of Warmers is 1 star, that's 15 stars. Not too bad, right? So you only have to sponsor 2 people and help them get active, and then you do all the other activities that Cynthia is earning or giving us, and that earns you level 1, which gets you on the ship. Scenario number 2, sponsoring focused. So if you are a heavy sponsor and you're like, I've got this in the bag, I'm gonna do it, this one's for you. 6 new recruits and help them get active is 6 stars. 8 team and personal promotions, a combination of the 2, is 8 stars. And then For the Love of Warmers is 1 star, puts you at level 1, which is 15 stars. Okay. And then I'll do scenario 4, which is level 2, and then I'll share the images so that you guys can see these and get a visual. To earn level 2, scenario 4, 2,500 PRV, all 6 months is 6 stars. 3 new recruits and you help them get active is 3 stars. 2 team and personal promotions, a combination of the 2, is 2 stars. And then the monthly incentive or the monthly focus, you earn it 5 times, that's 5 stars. For the Love of Warmers is 1 star, so that's level 2, 17 stars. So that's a trip for 1, everything paid for. Okay, so I'll make sure and share this image with your leaders if you're not in the Sunflower group so that you guys can see this. I'm so about this. I need pathways to be able to get my brain working. So these are helpful for people like me because I'm very type A. So I'll make sure and share these so you guys can share these with your groups. Do you guys have any other questions in regards to the incentive trip, how you earn it, how you earn the stars, or anything like that?
I just posted it on the group.
That image? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. So like I said, I did post, I did take notes from, I'm not going to go over this because we're getting kind of close to time, but I encourage you guys to listen to the Skill Studio replay where Chuck talked about the road to the incentive trip, because he did talk about yeses and nos. Like, I know a lot of questions revolved around, is SFR, can you even earn SFR? Yes, you can earn SFR. They're just not treating SFR as they would an incentive, which means no room drops or extra things like that. But he did say if you earn for 2, you get a room for 2 at SFR. If you earn for 1, then you can either share a room with somebody or you can buy out the room for whatever the room buyout cost is. I talked about re-promotions from superstar consultant to director. I talked about roll-ups. He did talk about how, because a lot of people were asking about getting stars for consistently being paid at title. And so if you were questioning that, what his answer was this: they considered it, but they are focusing on not rewarding for behaviors that are already happening. Cincy is looking for growth. So, like for me, I'll be brutally honest. For those of you who know me and know my business, I'm very high PRV. That was a really tough pill to swallow, to hear that I wasn't going to be getting points for all of my PRV. So I have to find alternative ways to earn the trip. But I understand where they're coming from, whether I agree or disagree. I'm still going to try and I'm still going to do it, because they're looking for growth right now. So that's why all of these changes are in place, because they want to encourage us to do things that we've never done before. And I'm just going to tell you, this is things that we've never done before. So, so this is definitely pushing us outside of our comfort zone. And those of you who are my sunflowers, you know how I feel about the comfort zone, right? We don't stay in the comfort zone, we get out of it. And I'm real uncomfortable right now. Also, FAQs can be found in the news tab article. FAQs are not posted in the incentive tab yet. The tracker will also be available sometime in September. So Cincy will be doing a tracker as they usually do. It's just not live yet. And then the FAQs can be found in the news article in your workstation. Okay. Any questions before we move on? No? Okay. If you guys have questions, make sure you drop them in the chat or raise your virtual hand, and we will definitely get you unmuted so that you can ask those questions, okay? And just so you know, there's no silly questions. Okay, now we are going to hit this one as best I can, because I have done so much research on this, and I am trying to still wrap my head around it. I was still asking Dan questions this morning, but he assured me that if I have additional questions or you guys have questions that I can't answer, that I can reach out to him and I can get those answers to you guys. So at the end of the day, we're going to figure it out. But this was a big one. Alternative ways to be paid at title each month without hitting the compensation plan requirements. So this is huge. So what Cincy wants to do is they want to reward us for our work, because they know us as leaders, we cannot control what others do, right? So if we are sponsoring and we're helping people, you can't control what people sell, right? So if you are doing all the other things, but you're not meeting your GWV, so like for directors, your GWV, which is your total group wholesale volume, you and all of your people in your group, has to do 10,000 GWV, which is not 10,000 PRV. it's 13,333 PRV. It's a whole calculation. Okay. So they are trying to offer ways for one, directors who lose their title, and I don't know how to put this. It's almost felt like a punishment for a very long time because that's the only title in Cincy that you can lose is your director title. And so people have felt a certain way about it for a very, very, very long time. And I'm very grateful that they have taken this into consideration because there have been some really hurt feelings about this for a really long time. And so if this doesn't tell you that Cincy is listening to what we have to say, I don't know what does. Because they are finding a way to make it happen. So I'm going to try and explain this as best I can. I hope that I'm very clear, but if I'm not clear, make sure and ask questions. And if you're still not understanding, then I will do my absolute best to find a way to help you understand. So I'm just going to read these things. And then if you guys have questions, please let me know. And any of the other leaders that are on here, or maybe if you guys understand this, please feel free to hop on and help. Okay. So what this means is they're temporarily introducing an alternative way to qualify for bonuses at your leadership title. One based on sponsoring, not GWV. So if you're doing all the other things, you have 500 PRV every single month, you have your team wholesale volume, you have your active frontline, but you just can't meet the GWV threshold. There is a way that you can get paid at title to earn those leadership bonuses. Now, let me be clear. You cannot do this alternative way to promote to a new title. This is only to be paid at title and earn your leadership bonuses when you're leader above. Okay, so starting in September, if you fall short of the GWV required to qualify for your pay at title in any given month, but maintain all other requirements like I just listed, you can fulfill the GWV requirement by sponsoring and helping team members go active for the first time in the same month. So here's the breakdown of what that looks like per title. Coach through mentor, which is lead through director. Sponsor one consultant and have one personally sponsored consultant. Personally sponsored meaning they can't be a roll up. They have to be somebody that you directly sponsored. Go active for the first time in the same calendar month. So sponsor and help somebody get active who's never been active before. Also, this was my brain could not get around this morning, and if I just would have read this news article, I would have had the answers, but that's what happens. The activity requirement applies to anyone on your team who goes active for the first time in a calendar month and does not have to be a new consultant or partner sponsored in that month. So it, as far as I understand, it does count. Pardon me. It does count if your new consultant also gets active. But also, if you sponsored somebody, let's say in May, and they've never been active before, then as long as you sponsor somebody else and help that person from May get active, and you've got all the other caveats to the compensation plan done, but you haven't met your GWV, you will earn your paid at title leadership bonuses. That's pretty awesome, right? So you do still have to sponsor, you do still have to help people. However, you don't have to worry about what other people are doing except for those two people. So you still kind of do because you have to help people get active. But that's how you can earn your leadership bonuses. Oh, Courtney, you're raising your hand. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I had to unmute. Anyways, okay, so if I'm understanding this right, well, because all of this is new to me and it's happening so fast.
Mhm.
I'm grateful for it, but it's happening so fast, and I'm like learning a whole new role really fast, and then I'm exceeding that first role to a second role and maybe even a third role. So I'm like, anyways, um, my concern was obviously the GRV for the incentive. Um, if that's only if I get to director, is that right? That you can lose that title possibly, everything else you can keep as long as you still promote somebody?
Yes and no.
Okay.
So as far as director is concerned, the way that they're changing this is so that people cannot demote down to superstar consultant. Before you could be director, and then
Yes.
if you don't meet the DQ qualifications for 6 months, then you demote down to superstar consultant. And then at that point, you don't get any leadership bonuses, nothing. You don't get any kind of like I mean, it's a whole slew of things that they take away from
Yeah.
you. Meaning like when people join your team, you don't get emails anymore. You don't get invited to leadership events. Like they've always said your title doesn't matter, but it does when they take away all the perks of being a director when you've lost your title. That's going to be no longer. It gets a little sticky with the director title as far as like how this particularly works. So when you get there, we can assess that,
Okay.
but I wouldn't worry about it now because the way that you're going right now, um, this doesn't really affect you until you get to those places, and then
Okay.
you're not being a title anymore. You're not being
Okay.
paid a
So
title
even
anymore.
if I got like, well, like I think I should be cat in the bag or am cat in the bag now with like star consultant.
Hmm.
Obviously the month hasn't closed out yet. But if I go to like superstar consultant, but then I have to maintain the same thresholds for 2 months in a row, is that right?
That's only when you achieve director or mentor.
Oh,
Yes,
okay. Okay.
that particular 2 months in a row is
Okay.
only for director slash mentor.
Okay.
That's the only title.
Okay.
So that's why I'm
Perfect.
saying, like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and then maybe
Okay.
I'll have a better understanding. It's not that I don't want to explain it. I just don't know how to explain it yet because I'm still kind of trying to learn.
Right.
But as far as I understand, coach through mentor, which mentor is director, if you're not meeting your GWV requirements, you sponsor one consultant and then you have one personally sponsored consultant go active. You should earn the director slash mentor leadership bonuses
Okay.
in lieu of hitting the GWV as long as you have your personal 500 PRV, your
Okay.
TWV, and your active consultant.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're welcome. Anybody else?
So
I know it's
basically it's either do this or do that. Like if
yep,
you don't meet your GWB, then do this, and then you have a chance to be paid a title.
that is exactly correct.
Thank you.
Yes, that so it's an alternative. So instead of just not earning your leadership bonuses because you didn't earn that through no fault of your own more than likely, um because we can what's the saying? We can lead a horse to water but we can't make him drink. So you can do everything that you possibly can to try and help people sell and get your GWV up, and if 1,000 GWV is hard, especially when you have two people on your team and you don't have more than that. So they're trying to give other alternatives in order to make sure that our paychecks are better. At the end of the day, this is what this means. They're trying to give us an opportunity to earn more money. Um, does that make a little bit more sense now, Ingrid? Okay, perfect. So again, coach through mentor, which is lead through director, is sponsor one consultant and have one personally sponsored consultant go active for the first time all in the same calendar month. Okay. Senior mentor sponsor 2 consultants and have 2 personally sponsored consultants go active for the first time. And then executive mentor is sponsor 3 and have 3 sponsored consultants go active for the first time in a calendar month. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Now what they said about the program is it is temporary. At the very least, it will be until the end of the year. As far as anything beyond that, they have not decided. This is kind of like a trial period. So remember when they were going through the activity, jumping from requiring 250 PRV to 200 to be considered active? This is kind of the same thing. This is a trial period to see if it's going to work, if there's positivity, if there's awesome things happening. Again, you cannot promote to a new title based on this alternative way. In order to promote to a new title, you have to meet all the compensation plan requirements that are currently in the compensation plan. So I've been using director for a lot of the examples, but in order to promote to director, it's 500 personal PRV, 10,000 group wholesale volume, 2,000 team wholesale volume, and 3 active frontline consultants. And then starting September 1st, you have to hit that 2 months in a row if you don't hit that in August, because this new thing starts September. Then once you have achieved that for 2 consecutive months, the following month when commissions run, your title will have changed from, associate mentor to mentor. Okay? Does everybody understand? Ish? Yeah? Okay. And then you can obviously, I printed the compensation plan just so I had a point of reference. You can get this directly from your PWS. There's an income disclosure statement there. If you go to your PWS and go to join, there's a little hyperlink, like a purple hyperlink that has income disclosure statement, and then you can find the compensation plan right there. Also, while I'm talking about it, if you're talking about any kind of money, trips, anything like that about what you've earned through Sensi, always make sure you're posting the income disclosure statement in those posts, or else you will get flagged by compliance. That is that's a rule. Okay, that's it. We're done. Does anybody have any questions about anything they want to add? Or anything like that? No? I hope that was helpful. I hope that was not confusing. I tried to make it as straightforward as possible. It took me a long time to wrap my brain around that, because before I read the news article, and this is no joke, I kept asking people, is it only the people that you have sponsored in that month, or can it be previous people? Now, if you don't know, if you have like a really large team and you don't know who's never gone, the likeliness of this is probably slim to none. But if you have a really big team and you don't know who has gone active before and who hasn't, you can probably ask customer service to give you a list. Do I know that for sure? No, but they should be able to give that, because also, if you guys didn't know, if you are looking to reinstate consultants who have been gone for 2+ years, you can run a report, but you can also ask customer service to give you a list of all of your frontline people who have canceled, and it will tell you their cancellation date, and so on and so forth. So you can request that from customer service if you didn't know that. Host reward name change. I did forget that. Thank you, Ingrid. Host reward name change was another big change at SFR. Host reward name change will be effective September 1st. It will now be called Insider Rewards. The program itself is not changing. So none of the host rewards are changing. They're just calling it Insider Rewards, because they want it to feel like something like they're getting inside information, or they're getting the inside scoop, or they're getting the inside discount. The subtle update has a bigger purpose. It's to help customers feel more connected to Cincy and to the consultant who introduced them. It also creates a foundation for rewards and benefits down the road. So if they offer like insider exclusive rewards like this month, they're offering the what is the exact name of that damn thing? The waterless diffuser, the smart system,
The
the
solo.
solo. I don't know. It's got 5 different names. They're offering that for as a host exclusive or an insider reward exclusive to get it for half off this month. And just in case you guys didn't know, there is no such thing. So, if you have people who are on your list who have been wanting that, make sure you're reaching out to them and offering them to do a $250 party because they can get it for $40 with a free fragrance cartridge to go with it for the month of August only. Crystal, why are you smacking your head? You just bought it?
Yeah, for 80.
Well, let me tell you, because today I tried closing out a party and I kept it open for a long time. You can't use it if the party didn't start this month.
Oh, okay, then I feel better. Because that
Because I
party
tried
started
like 5
months
times.
ago. Okay.
And just so you guys know, you can only get one per party. Because I had a bunch of extra half offs and I was like, oh, I'll offer them to my customers so I can get these in their hands and get refills. No, you can only get one per party.
Okay, good to know.
And that was probably the same with the air purifier too, right? I never tried. I didn't
Yeah.
try to get more than one. Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds about right. Well, that's okay, Crystal. That just means you earned more PRV towards your 2,500, right?
Speaking of that, Andrea, I was telling Carly I'm only 170 PRV away from the 2,500 now.
Girl!
Remember earlier today I was like 500 away. So yeah, getting closer.
No. Well, look at you go, girl. That's a star for you, baby. There was something else I was gonna say, and I don't remember what it was. I don't know. At the end of the day, to earn the incentive trip, it's gonna take some sponsoring. Sponsoring is required, and I'm just gonna say, as uncomfortable as sponsoring makes all of us, you just have to do it. You really do. But the absolute amazing positive thing about sponsoring this time is you and I don't want to say you only because you definitely want to do more than, but you only have to help them get active. It's not getting them to certified, it's not getting them to lead, but you do want to help them do that because your success is their success is your success. But also, you continuously earn stars when you help people along, right? So that is awesome because maybe there's some people who you know that would be really great hobbyists. You offer the opportunity now. And I would say, like, I am heavy on the work my butt off August, September, October. So I am not spinning my wheels, stressing out. I mean, let's just be real. Come August 1st, I'm stressed out anyways. That's just how I roll. But I work really, really hard in the first 3 months of the incentive period so that I can earn the majority of whatever it is that I need to earn, stars, points, or otherwise, and then kind of ride the wave, if you will, but not really ride the wave because if you know me on a personal level, you know that I work my butt off until 11:59 p.m. the very last night. But what I'm saying is work hard, work super, super hard and diligently in the beginning so that you're not trying to figure out how you're going to earn it on January 15th. And yes, flip those parties. Because guess what? A party is 250 in sales. If you flip that whole entire party and it's only 250 in sales, you have a new recruit who you get a star for because they're already active from their party. So we're not worried about smaller parties anymore. We're worried about book the parties, flip the parties, and then help them to earn those shooting star kits because those are still free and those are one hell of a deal. especially since they're adding the air quad to them this month. So, I mean, the value on those is just stacked on stacks on stacks on stacks on stacks. Like if you ever questioned if Scentsy was setting us up for success, you should probably stop questioning that. Because if they haven't proven to us that sure they're making us work harder and they're making us do things that we probably don't like to do. Yeah, me, don't like to do this, but I'm going to do it because I have a big goal and I'm not going to grow unless I get uncomfortable. Bottom line, hands down. So let's all get uncomfortable together. Help others get successful and they get commission on the order. Yes, and they get commission on the order, and when they earn Shooting Star, you as the sponsor earn a $25 product credit. They earn the kit, which is valued at $300 or more with that awesome air quad in it. Or it already had an air quad. What are they adding? They added to the join kits, not the Shooting Star kit. There's already an air quad in the Shooting Star kit. That's right.
Can I hop on
Any
real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, oh no, I was just gonna say, does anybody have anything else? I would like to shut up for a minute.
You're
I'm
fine.
actually gonna mute myself.
I recently, well, the last like 3 or 4 people who I've recruited, when I flip their party, I make sure that their party is almost to 500, if not at 500, because then they're getting Shooting Star and they're getting commissions on that, and then they're halfway to certified. Also, oh God, it came in my head, it went out, it came back, and now it's out again. Hold on, it'll come back to me. Oh,
While you,
whenever I tell, oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say that when you set them up for success and you get them at 500, they get the Shooting Star, but also you get the Shooting Star promoter, no, or enabler or trainer, Shooting Star trainer, and I think it's set $25 per person also for you.
Yeah. Yep. Not only that, it helps with annual mentor. And whenever I ask, and I'm going to flip a party, I'm like, hey, we have like 10 different ways at this point, not literally, but I say like 10 different ways that you can join. I give them the 9, now it's 49, the 59 or the 99, and I break down what's in each thing. I've only had one person do the $9. Almost every single time, they'll buy the $99 kit, get all the goodies, and then hit Shooting Star, get all the goodies, and then they're set. So I don't know. That's how I do it. If you have questions, you can ask me, but I love doing it like that.
I muted myself. Okay, so Carly, what do you say to people who you are holding these parties for so your intent, I assume, is you book the parties and your intention is to end up flipping them, assuming that everything goes decently successful, right? What do you say to those people when you would like to flip the party to them? Please give us an example.
So I'd say point blank, I'm like, this is how much you would make on this party. And I would rather you get the money. I said, I'm glad that you've been purchasing with me. I enjoy your money, but I would rather you get money back in your pocket on stuff you're already buying. And then when they see that part of it, and I don't know if I said I'd figure out what their commission would be. And then I almost always everyone ends up with a club because they see the benefits after they join of club. Like I feel like almost all of us did, unless you had a club prior, but then they end up with a club, and then that's PRV that comes in every month that they don't have to do anything for. Even the people that are hobbyists that don't want to do it all the time, they still have a little bit of a paycheck coming in every month, second month or third month. But I just say like, hey, you can make this, and I like your money, but I would rather you keep your money.
So that's how you sling it, just with what they can get on commission.
Yeah.
That seems pretty easy, right?
I
So
mean,
now we're gonna have a booking
it
blitz.
oh, no.
Yeah, now we're gonna listen. Yeah, Ingrid, don't shake your head no. I'm still looking at you. I encourage you guys, so I'm challenging you guys to come up with 5 people this week to reach out to book parties with. Okay? It's okay if you get told no, but guess what? It's always going to be no if you don't ask. Keep a list, ask the question, and make it simple. Offer a pouch party, offer an online party. I know our amazing friend Emily is getting ready to revamp her online parties to make a 4-day party. I am very impatiently waiting for that because I need a 4-day party really, really bad. I can't handle the week-long parties anymore. But honestly, you could just, whatever she's got in the annual mock party scripts, you can just take a whole day out if you want. I mean, really, you don't have to wait for her to do that. But I'm encouraging you guys, and don't leave, please, yet, because we still have to take a group picture. I think Jess already left. She's fired. But start those booking blitzes. That's on my to-do list this week, is to ask the people to do the parties. Every single time somebody's ordering, I'm asking them to do a party. Or if I haven't sent them a catalog yet, oh my gosh, we have to do a party this fall. Have you seen the lineup? And they're like, yeah, let's do it. Because guess what? A $200 party is somebody who's active, somebody who's earning commission, and even if they end up being a hobbyist, guess what? We need hobbyists too, right?
Can I say one last thing? Sorry.
Yes.
I also, when I book parties, I have them, and you and I have talked about this, Andrea, started having them go on your PWS, so your personal workstation, and start their rewards link themselves because they have access to who's ordering, what they're ordering. I don't know if it shows what they're ordering. I haven't messed around with it, but and then it shows them how much they've earned, and like the type A people like love checking it every single day. Like I
Yes,
have
so
my friends every morning
So what
looking.
Carly's talking about is your rewards links on your PWS. When they are shopping your website, they have to create an account, right? So they create an email and password. If they go up to, it's called rewards links under the little hamburger at the top, just pretend like you know what I'm talking about. You guys can explore when we're done with the call. But it's called a rewards link. They literally say create rewards link, and then you get an email that says Carly just created a rewards link. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this has won big for me, and this has failed for me because there was somebody who wanted to do something, and I was like, girl, I said, I know your friends need to stock up. Go on my website and create a rewards link. She never did. She missed out on the stuff. We never did it. So some people will do it and some people won't. I would say if they haven't done it in a week, do it for them. You don't want to create your own rewards link for them on your PWS because it will say Andrea's rewards link. You want them to go in and create it under their account. If they're not going to create it, just create the party under your workstation and you're just going to have to update them. But this is an awesome tool because the rewards links will do exactly what Carly just said. It will tell them what their party is at, how much free stuff they've earned, how much half price they've earned, and what their total commission would be. So play around with that. If you guys haven't used this tool, I encourage you to create your own rewards link tonight so you can see what I'm talking about. And then every time you're ordering stuff from your PWS or on your workstation, add those orders to your rewards link and watch it grow. And then you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Always try it for yourself so then you know how to explain it to your customers. But it is a freaking totally awesome tool that we are underutilizing because it does say what their commissions can be, how many people have ordered, and what their rewards are at instead of you having to update them every single time. Okay? Let's take a picture really quick and then I'll let you guys go because we really are at an hour and a half. Okay. If you feel inclined to do so, please hold just a minute, Ingrid. You can show your face. If you don't want to, that's fine. Okay. Hey, thanks guys. All right, thank you for spending so long. Hey, thanks for holding your cheese for so long, Ingrid. I hope this was helpful. I'll share the recording to your leaders. We love you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on, and everybody have a super awesome August. And when you get your 5 parties booked, please message me. I don't care if you're on my team or not. Message me and let me know. Okay? Bye, guys.
Bye.
Hey, thank you.